Hey everyone, David Levesque here with Latitudes and Attitudes magazine. I am hanging out at the 85th edition, I'm told, of the Miami International Boat Show. And we're walking the show, and one of our fantastic advertisers is Fountaine Pajot. And they have a 59 that is not new to the market in general, but we have this all-electric Fountaine Pajot 59, which is part of Tradewinds in the Tradewinds group. So I am here with Yannig.
Hi David.
Yannig is with Fountaine Pajot from La Rochelle, France. And I'm here with Neil.
Nice to meet you.
And Neil is with Tradewinds. And where are you based at?
That's a very difficult question to answer. I actually work out of Turkey, but our main, let's call it semi-corporate base would be in the British Virgin Islands.
Okay.
We're a very disparately organized group of people.
Outstanding. So look, Fountaine Pajot is a legendary brand, and they make phenomenal sailing yachts. And many charter companies that we are familiar with, that we have done some of our own flotillas, our share the sail flotillas. We've been on some Fountaine Pajots. Most recently in Mallorca, I was on an FP42. Absolutely loved it. I know the 59 is not brand new, but I want you to just highlight the 59 model, and then I want to get into what this particular model with the all electric boat is all about, right?
So we are on the 59 hull 68, which is the Tradewinds boat, because we did that for Tradewinds. This version, which is a galley-up 6 cabin. We have up to 12 guests. I think on Tradewinds you are using 1 cabin for the crew and the rest of the cabin for the guests. So it's 10 guests plus 3 crew on this boat, which is a magnificent and very efficient on the market. I will let Neil explain that. But the experience we got on the market currently up to now wasn't really matching the expectation of the clients for charter. So Tradewinds pushed us to go even further in the development of a new system for the propulsion. So we did the electric propulsion, but also the maximum hotel load capacity on the electric system to have the best experience without any emission, noise, and vibration. This is what we did on this boat. I will talk a little bit further on the technical side. So we have a large cockpit here with a 10 to 12 people table here. Lots of different places to enjoy. We have the large front cockpit with a direct communication door from the saloon to the front. We have the galley-up for the chef. I don't know the chef is here today, but we have a nice galley here and 2 cabins from each side. So I mean 2 cabins connected to the saloon on port side, 2 cabins on starboard, and 2 cabins from the cockpit.
Sounds like a beautiful boat. I mean, I'm impressed by it. And I mean, you mentioned a chef. Typically when we do our charters, my wife is the chef, but that's another story. And those who have been on our charters know what I'm talking about. So Neil, Tradewinds, explain the partnership with Fountaine Pajot. How did this come about? And I want to know specifically about this boat. It's all electric. That is so super cool.
Sure. We've been working with Fountaine Pajot for, I think, going on 20 years now, from when we first started we made the decision, or rather the founders of the company made the decision, that they wanted to align with a manufacturer whose values and whose product quality aligned with the aspirations that Tradewinds had. And what were those things? We wanted to be able to work with a manufacturer, and we've had that with Fountaine Pajot over our entire relationship, where we could have a dialogue. We can be the test bed to how do we improve these things. We do lots and lots of charters all the way around the world. Every time you get a new boat, you'll find that there's the next boat we get. If we change this just a little bit, it'll make our life much better, our life being the crew. It'll make the guests' experience much better. And then everybody's happy. And over time, we've had plenty of dialogues which have gone along that route. In 2018, Tradewinds made the statement that we would no longer buy any thermal propulsion boats. We were making the call at that point that going forwards, we were only going to have electric propulsion boats.
That's a very bold decision to make, but it's a very, I mean, it's a bold decision to make, but it's a very responsible one.
Well, we felt, and we've always felt within Tradewinds, that sustainability, yeah, it's a watchword that people will throw out and around. What really counts is actually doing something about it. And in our little way, we can do something about it. Where we operate, they are environmentally fragile environments. They're marine and coastal areas. They're small islands. And we can see that we, working with a manufacturer like Fountaine Pajot, establishing protocols within how Tradewinds works, no single-use plastics, generating and creating recycling on the places that we work in, such that various of the islands now have recycling programs on those islands, which they didn't have until we came along, right? We have to be the action for change to get to where we want to be. That's our belief. And I know there are other people who kind of go, yeah, whatever. But we're actually trying to walk the walk as well as talking the talk.
No, and I appreciate that. I mean, you're absolutely correct. There's a lot of people that just go ahead and, start saying, oh yeah, I'm all for climate change. I'm all for recycling. I'm all for this. I'm all for that. But you gotta put your mouth or your actions where your mouth is, right? That's what you've got to do.
100%.
So let's talk about the systems on this boat. This is an all electric boat.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
I'm going to need help from the friend on my right here in terms of the specifics and of the technicalities. I can talk to the charter experience.
That's not fully true to say that it's an all-electric system. Actually, we still have fuel, because that's very sad to say, but we will never do better than 1 liter of gasoil to store energy. But our objective is to extract as much kilowatts of energy from 1 liter of gasoil. So we decided to go for the electrical propulsion with a large battery banks, but also multiple sources energy. I mean, on this boat, we have up to 8 kilowatts of solar. So during the day, the solar takes the lead on the generation of energy. We also have the wind turbines here on the mast. That was decided also with Tradewinds, because in the Caribbean, we still have during the night 15 knots. During the night, there is no sun, so no solar working, but we still have a flow of winds charging, at least covering the consumption of the boat with the fridge and freezer. So we have multiple sources of energy to recharge the batteries. So on this system, we have 128 kilowatts of lithium batteries with a high capacity of inverters. Yeah. We have to see that on a scenario of 24 hours, actually. On a boat like this, you cannot explain to your guests that you will not be able to run one equipment because you don't have enough energy. So we have to be able to deliver a large amount of energy. So we have up to 18 kilowatts inverters in 220 AC coming from the batteries. So you have the energy, you can use the devices you want, and when your batteries are low, you just run the genset. This is 2 times 24 kilowatts.
Okay.
And they are 100% optimized to store the 24 kilowatts in the batteries in a very short time. The objective is to, as I told you, extract as much kilowatts from 1 liter of gasoil, but to reduce the time usage of the genset. So you are optimizing the fuel burn, consuming less fuel on board, but doing much less time usage of the genset means less vibration, less noise, less emission. We're actually gaining on every point here.
So this, everything you just described, this is on the 59, that's on this boat.
Yes.
What's the plan for doing this moving forward with other Fountaine Pajot models?
Actually, we already have. All the smaller boats are already available on the Citrus.
Beautiful.
41, 44, 48, 51. The new 55 that we will launch this year in Cannes 2026 will be also available. And the larger boat, we have the 70 coming in Cannes 2026. We have the 80 and we have a brand new bigger one, which is the 120. They will have also a system. We don't have yet the propulsion system in electric because it needs development on the motor. But the system, the storage and the high capacity storage energy from the genset, we will have that system, but not the propulsion. It's very important to say that this technology is built by Joule, which is a FP subsidiary. It's our in-house solution. In 2018, as you said, we were pushed by Tradewinds to develop that system. We have talked to all the suppliers and we were not happy with the system that was available on the market, so we decided to invest ourselves and develop our own system with the requirement specification coming from Tradewinds, because actually they know better than us the market, they know better than us the guest, the user, and they use more than us. That's a shame. I would love to say as much as them, but I don't have that for that. So with their requirement specification, we have built their system in-house.
So many of our customers with Latitudes and Attitudes magazine, they're liveaboards. They're liveaboard cruisers. Okay, many of them are upgrading their boats, looking for the next best model. Obviously, they need to explore what you're offering here. Many of our guests, I sort of like to call it a try it before you buy it kind of thing. Explore charters around the world. Many of our partners in advertising are charter bases, and you can go. You want to try a boat, any kind of model boat, you just go on charter and try it out. Where can people try this 59? Where can they experience this 59?
If they're going to come to Tradewinds, I think maybe just give me a minute or two just to describe what Tradewinds does in terms of charters.
Let's do it.
Tradewinds is an all-inclusive crude luxury charter.
Okay.
We run them for a week at a time. The guests come on board. They can expect 3 meals a day. They get a 3-course dinner. They have all of the activities. If you're a certified diver and the local jurisdiction allows us to dive from the boat, we'll dive from the boat. Snorkeling. We have water toys, stand-up paddleboards, kayaks, and so on. We go and explore the islands. Because we've been working in and around these islands for a long time now, we know the people. We know what's around that corner that you won't otherwise see if you've just come in on your yacht, dropped your hook, and now you're going, oh, that looks like a pretty bay. Yeah, come with us, because around the corner it's really pretty, that kind of thing. Right. So if we're talking in your audience to people who want to manage their own boat, who want to go off and explore the world on their own boat, a Tradewinds experience will give you the opportunity to see what it is like to live on a 59 for an entire week. Will you get to fully engage in the checks of the systems that we have on here, being able to sail the boat? Yeah, to a degree.
Okay.
Right? You're on vacation as far as we're concerned. We're here to look after you. This is not a internship on how to run a Tradewinds boat. It's here for you to have a great deal of fun and time. But if you have a specific interest, the crew will help you with that. They'll go, yeah, look, I can help you do that. You want to see how we put the sails up? Okay, come on, this is how we do it.
Fantastic.
Next time you do it.
So it's not like a bareboat charter, but you can go ahead if you're a guest, you've done it. The crew will allow you to get sort of interactive with it, experience a little bit of it. That's what we want to hear. I mean, that's a lot of what our people want to see, and I'm actually kind of happy that you brought that up, because some of the boats I know that go into charter, I was talking with Yannig about this earlier. Some of the boats, whether it be an FP or whether it be a Lagoon or whatever, just any other kind of brand. Sometimes they, for lack of a better term, they dumb them down. Okay, they'll put like a charter package of sails on it because the owner or the charter company does not want the boat to be over abused or used, maybe by people that aren't as experienced in sailing. I can do a bareboat charter, and they go out and they beat the boat up and the sails come back in trouble. I've experienced that where I'm like, I want to make this boat go faster, but it's not allowing me to because of the way the sail package is. It seems like, you're not doing anything to the 59s, right? You're managing it. This is a factory sail set.
Yeah.
You're going to sail this sucker, and it's going to go as fast as you intended to.
Well, again, let's bear in mind, we're not in a Tradewinds charter week is not about getting around the buoys as quickly as you can and getting over the finish line. All right. It's about having a beautiful experience on the water in the tropical environments that we're at. We're not about racing. Most of the guests and the members of Tradewinds who we get, they call themselves, we're going sailing. Are they sailors? No, they're not. They want to be on a boat because they love the environment and they want us to move the scenery past.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
And they want to know that they're going to get high quality meals. They want to know that they're going to be on the boat with people who are like-minded. Right?
Yeah.
Because not everybody wants to come and spend a week on a boat, right? But they know that even if they're coming on a shared charter where they've got one cabin and they don't know the other people in the other 4 cabins, they know there's people sitting around the dinner table, around the breakfast table. They're like-minded. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
right?
well, exactly.
So we will occasionally have the situation, you know what it's like, right? 2 boats see each other when they're out on the water. We're not racing. Oh, yes, we are.
Oh, yes,
right? So
Yes,
because
we are.
Tradewinds yachts are very distinctive with our color scheme on the side, all the new ones, and because we have very professional, young, enthusiastic crew, when they see one of their colleagues from their base, you better believe we're going to get into the bay that we're both going
That's
to, one
exactly-
before the other, right?
That's exactly how it works.
Of
I
course.
mean, it's unwritten that you have to, if you know that you're all going to the same anchorage or mooring or whatever, you want to be the first one there.
Yeah, there's the bragging rights when you have your cocktails up
Absolutely,
on the
there's
fly
bragging
bridge. It's like,
rights.
hey, this is the winner's boat. What are you guys, L's? Okay, that's okay.
Listen,
You'll get us
and-
next time.
And I mean, let's be honest too, and this is not to pick on power boaters, okay? But I mean, power boaters typically are interested in getting from here to here. Sailors are interested in the journey.
Sure.
The journey is the destination, as far as I'm concerned. And it's like once you turn the engines off and you experience life at 9 knots, there's nothing like it. You can't explain it, right? So, well, look, we've covered, I think, all the bases here. We've talked about where you can experience this 59. You've talked about, look, there's going to be additional Fountaine Pajot models that are going to be all electric. I'm excited to see what that happens. Now, you mentioned a 55.
Yeah.
It'll be in Cannes, right?
Yeah.
Will it also be in Annapolis this fall?
That's projects.
Just say yes. My audience wants you to say yes.
And we can edit it out later.
Okay. Or just, if you say it, you manifest it, right? So that's how we're trying to do here. No, like I'm only kidding, but I'm not kidding. I want that 55 in Annapolis. I want to see that boat. I'm excited about everything Fountaine Pajot is doing. I'm honestly, as the editor of this magazine, I'm very proud of Tradewinds. I'm very proud of that because you take a stand, put your stake in the ground. This is what we're going to do. We are going to move our company in this direction. It's good for Mother Earth. It's good for our oceans. It's good for everybody. And that's what we're trying to do here, right?
Absolutely.
We're all part of the same global community. That's what we do, right?
Absolutely.
Yannick, appreciate
Thank
it.
you, David.
Neil,
Yes,
it's been
sir.
a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Guys, check out the Fountaine Pajot. Check out the 59, all electric. Check out Tradewinds. They're fantastic people. See what they're up to, okay? Thanks, guys, and we'll see you on the water.